A really good example of money lost to volatility coming down is if you price your product in Europe last year and you didn't change your price, the revenue from your product in Europe dropped dramatically. And where there's an opportunity here to use a reach service is back to the FX API to be able to reduce the amount of risk that's happening in the volatile markets right now. My full name is Sam Ranieri, and I'm the CEO at Reach. We have the ability to lock the foreign price and have the risk on the settlement currency back to the merchant, which that's an option for merchants. The second one is allow the end user to bear the brunt of the risk. So we would feed in our FX API and the currency on the front end would change based on the market. And that rate can update every 25 hours. So you're basically always pulling a new rate. The other way is more sophisticated merchant aggregating all of the foreign amounts into their foreign accounts. Well, at some point, even if you have a natural hedge, that needs to be converted back to your base currency. And that's where real risk happens because the rate of your foreign holdings dropped specifically in Europe and Great Britain and UK with GBP at record rates. So the best way to protect yourself, or the best way the business can protect themselves against that, is to book a forward for maybe half of the transactions flow. So basically, you've locked your price today and you can draw down against that forward for up to 90 days so that you can mitigate that risk. And even if you can save 1, 2, 3% of market fluctuation, that's 1, 2, 3% back in your, on your bottom line. Obviously, there's a lot of unknowns with that and a lot of uncomfort, right? As a shopper, especially as a Canadian shopper, if I'm shopping in GBP, in pounds, I'm a little uncomfortable. I don't actually know what that's going to cost me. I can do a Google search, but again, that's an indication. How Reach solves that problem is, number one, we're not an indication rate. So our rate is coming direct from a liquidity provider. And as soon as you click accept, we're actually locking that FX at the point of sale. So obviously you're removing the risk, but at that point, the shopper knows without a doubt what their cost is for that product. There's no surprises after the fact. Because it's direct to liquidity, we are able to price it actually below all of the banks while we're providing that sort of comfort to the shopper. And that's obviously a huge advantage. Merchants are trying to compete with sort of maybe local merchants who are pricing the products a different way. You want your products to be competitive, right? If you're in the US and you're selling into Europe, you want to win that sale. You don't want that shopper to go somewhere else because there's a better rate. Through Reach, you're going to get the best rate in the market. You're getting it below the industry standard, and the shopper is going to be comfortable.